Hello guys, welcome to the next video tutorial on C programming for beginners, and in this video we will discuss about scope rules in C. Now there are two kind of variable declaration in C. One is called a local variable, which we have been seeing in our tutorial, and one is called global variable. So for example, local variable is a variable which you declare inside some function. So inside, for example, in main you can declare int a is equal to 10. It's called a local variable. Okay, so what it's called? Local variable. Okay, now whenever you declare a variable which is not inside any function, it's called a global variable. Okay, so for example, I declare a function which is not inside main, or I will declare one more function, int for example, or void number print. It doesn't take any argument and it prints something. Okay, and here we can declare a variable called x, or a variable called int, or any variable int a, and this is also a local variable, right? Because it's declared inside your function. But whenever you declare a variable, for example int g, it's called a global variable. Okay, which is not inside any function. And what is difference between global and local variable is, a local variable is only valid inside your function, so it's local to your function. So you cannot use this a inside this number, or you cannot use this x inside this main function or anywhere else. But on the other hand, a global variable is visible to every function in our program. So you can use this global variable here also and here also. Now let's see what I mean by that. So for example, I want to print, or I declare global variable as 0, or for example I just declare a global variable. And just remember, I will just comment here, global variable. And always remember, whenever you declare a global variable, and it's initialized by 0, if it's int, float, or double, it's already initialized by 0. You don't need to initialize it by 0. But a local variable, whenever you declare it like this, it's not initialized by 0. So this variable can contain any value, any garbage value, and you may not know the value of this a. So let's see, first of all we will print f. We will print the value of this global variable. Global is equal to %d, and this should be %d without space, and comma g. We are printing this value, right? In the same way, we will print this local variable. So we will write local and we will print a. Okay, or let's name them logically. So I will name this variable as global underscore v, and I will name it as local underscore v. Local underscore v stands for local variable, and global underscore v stands for global variable. So I use this global variable to print here, or let's not print it here, but let's print this global variable value in our main function. because we are not going to call this function for now. And this should be local variable. And remember, we haven't initialized this and this by any value. Let's see what happens when we run this program. We can see that this variable local is equal to 77. Let me give one more thing here, which is this /n to change the line, and I will run the program. And you can see this local variable is printing 77, but we haven't initialized this local variable by any value, so it's taking the garbage value. But whenever you use this global variable, it's always initialized by 0, even if you haven't assigned any value to it. So just remember this. And if it's a character, it will be initialized by a null character. And if it's a pointer, which we are going to learn in next videos, it will be initialized by a null pointer. Now, a global variable, so for example, you declare this global variable is equal to 25 here, you initialized it, and you also initialized a local variable like this, global variable with the same name, but this is equal to 20, for example, and I will just comment this because we don't need this line. So what we have done, we have initialized a variable called global v and initialized it by 25, and the same name I have given to my local variable. Now what happens in this case? So in this case, whatever value is contained by your local variable, even if it's declared with the same name globally, the value of this global v will be the value in the local variable, right? So whenever we print this value will print a 20 here. So local variable is always has the preference over the global variable if they have the same name. I'll run the program and it says 20 instead of 25, right? Now, for example, you want to use global variable inside this function. I will just print this here. So I will print something like global variable plus 50, for example. Okay, and I will name it as global plus 50. Okay, and so what this will do, it will print whatever the value of global variable, which is 25, plus it will add 50 to it, and I will call this function here, and it's visible to this function, so we can see global plus 50 is 75, it's printing. So global variable is visible to your functions and all your functions and all your code, right? But local variable is, you cannot use it globally. For example, int num local is equal to 30, for example, and if you want to use this local variable here, you want to print this local num here, it will give you compilation error because this variable is not visible to this main function, because this exists in other function other than main, right? Run it and it says this error, and this error is num underscore local undeclared, right? So you cannot use a local variable in your other functions, right? So these are the scope rules in C. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and bye for now.